He was a human pinata. That is what an attorney for the family of Tyre Nichols is saying after watching video footage of Memphis police officers beating the 29-year-old black man following a traffic stop earlier this month. That led to his death 3 days later. Those officers, who are also black, have now been fired from their jobs. Our Nick Valencia reports.
It was an unadulterated, unabashed, nonstop beating of this young boy for 3 minutes.
Oh my God.
That is what we saw in that video.
The mother of Tyre Nichols wailing in agony as their family attorneys describe what they saw in the video of his arrest. On January 7th, Nichols was pulled over by Memphis police officers for suspected reckless driving. During the traffic stop, police say there were 2 separate confrontations between Nichols and police as he was being taken into custody. Nichols was transported by ambulance from the scene in critical condition. He died in the hospital 3 days later.
He was a human pinata for those police officers.
We don't want next week to see another video of a black person losing their life because of a traffic violation.
Emerging from their meeting with Memphis city officials, Nichols' parents said their son was a good kid who did not deserve what happened to him. Police said Nichols fled from them on foot. Nichols' stepfather said after watching the video, he believes Nichols fled because he was scared.
Our son ran because he was scared for his life. He did not run because he was trying to get rid of no drugs, no guns, no any of that. He ran because he was scared for his life. And when you see the video, you will see why he was scared for his life.
Nobody's perfect, okay? Nobody. But he was damn near.
5 officers, all of whom are black, were fired by the Memphis Police Department in connection with Nichols' death about 2 weeks after the incident. CNN has not been able to reach the officers for comment. None have been charged as of yet. Speaking to CNN by phone, the Shelby County District Attorney said they expect to release the video either later this week or sometime next week, adding that they're bracing for the public's reaction.
If there are any protests, we would like them to be peaceful.
And this morning, we're learning that 2 Memphis Fire Department personnel involved in the initial patient care of Tyre Nichols were fired because of this incident. That's in addition to the 5 officers who were fired, all of whom are black. And at the press conference yesterday, Poppy, the family was asked if it makes any difference to them that these officers were black and not white, to which Ben Crump responded, losing his son. The pain is still the same. Poppy.
Losing a son is losing a son. Nick, thank you for that reporting.
Let's discuss all of this and where this is going. I want to bring in now the district attorney there of Shelby County, Steve Mulroy. He met with Tyre Nichols' family yesterday to show them the video of their loved one's last moments. And we saw the mom there breaking down as the attorney described what happened there. Good morning to you, D.A. Mulroy. Can you tell us what this video shows? What did you see on it?
Well, I can't go into too much detail until we are ready to release the video, and we're going to be doing that, like your reporter said, in the next week or 2. But there are 2 different encounters. And the second encounter was the one where Mr. Nichols sustained the injuries. I think that people will be able to draw their own conclusions once we show the video, and we are trying to get that out to the public as soon as possible. Okay,
you said draw their own conclusions. What do you mean by draw their own conclusions there? Because you've seen it. What's your conclusion?
I'm not prepared to make a legal conclusion just yet. We are doing everything we can to expedite the investigation so that we can release the video soon, and also try to get to a point where we might be able to make decisions about charges as soon as possible, and then we'll be able to make our formal conclusions at that time. I know that people are very, very concerned about this. I think the incident undermines, has the potential to undermine confidence in the fairness of our police force and our judicial system. That's why I called in the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation to do an independent investigation, and that's why I've assigned my newly created Justice Review Unit, which was an independent unit in our office, primarily designed to look back for wrongful convictions or wrongful sentences, but I'm also tasking them with making recommendations about whether there should be charges against the officers involved, and if so, which kinds of charges. And we'll be making those decisions, we hope, as soon as possible.
Was this case the inspiration for that unit that you just mentioned?
No, actually, the inspiration for the unit was the fact that we have a bad record of wrongful convictions in this county and across the country.
Okay.
And we need to look back and correct those wrongful convictions and wrongful sentences. But that particular unit is designed to be independent. They don't work regularly with law enforcement or with the rest of the staff. They're housed physically separately from the rest of my office. They report directly and only to me. And that independence, which is useful in encountering whether prosecutors screwed up in the past with wrongful convictions, is also, I think, useful in making an objective determination about whether charges should be brought against officers in these officer-involved.
Okay, I got it.
situations.
I don't want to linger on that because I want to stick to this particular case. Having said what you said, you have a terrible wrongful conviction rate, or at least not to your liking, right? So it has been mentioned numerous times that all of these officers were black. Do you feel that they, no matter the race of the officer, that they can be co-opted by a system or by bad training or by prior actions from other officers in the police department?
I mean, I think the answer, Don, to all of those questions is yes. I think all of those things may be a factor, and it's my hope that this incident, as tragic as it is, might lead to a broader conversation about reform of our police department, including de-escalation training and things of that nature.
Okay, so let's get back to the video, just if you will, for a second. You said the family has seen the video, that the public will be able to make its own conclusions. If the family has already seen it, and there is public interest, high interest in releasing this video, why not do it now?
Excellent question. I'm glad you asked that, Don. We don't want to compromise the ongoing investigation. And this is a case in all situations like this, not just this case. As a general matter, if you're doing interviews of people who are suspects, you don't want them to see the video first and allow them to tailor their statements to the video. For the same token, even witnesses who are not suspects, you want them to be giving statements to law enforcement about their own independent recollections, not changing their memory based on what they saw on a video. So we want to make sure that key witness interviews are completed prior to releasing the video, and that's really the preference in any case like this. That's why we're speeding up our witness interviews. We're trying to expedite the investigation as much as possible so that we can release that video very, very soon.
DA Mulroy, we hope that you come back as this case continues on. We thank you for your time.
Thank you. Take care.
We'll keep an eye on that for sure. 3 mass shootings, 3 communities in mourning, all in the span of 3 days. Ahead, our coverage of the tragedies in California continues.